Hey, so me and my sister were having a discussion today, and I was reminded of a situation that I always refer back to when I'm doing marriage counseling. So, y'all, I be in the grocery store speaking to everybody. And for my sisters in Christ that know me, they know I don't go nowhere without speaking to people. If you're in line in front of me, we're going to talk. I'm going to ask you how you doing. I'm going to wave at you because that's just the God in me. I'm in line, y'all, and I get to the front of the line, and there's an older guy. He got to be like 60 plus, like maybe 70 plus. He a little old, he a little seasoned. So he goes and say, you can tell she's well kept. But he said it up on his breath, and I said, excuse me? And he said, oh, nothing, ma'am. I was just saying, I can tell you well kept. And instantly I almost got offended because what? You mean? And he said, before you do all that, he said, young lady, let me explain to you. He said, I've been married for 47 years. And when a woman presents herself in her posture, her position, in her poise, he said, you can tell when a man is tended to her appropriately. He said, you have a feminine way about you. That means you have a safety place to let your guard down and just be you. He said, I can tell that you're being tended to appropriately. He said, it's in your walk, it's in your talk, it's in the perception of who you are, that you're being loved on in the right way, that you have a safe place, that you're secure in who your spouse is. He said, and this generation is rare that you see it. He said, but I can tell that whoever you're dealing with and whoever God gave you to is chosen for who you are. And I looked at him in disbelief, and I was just like, wow. And when we was walking to the car, he was like, I can tell you're being loved the right way. He said, I got daughters, and I can see what love look like. He can take from you instead of complimenting you when it's not coming from Christ. He said, but your husband compliments you. He doesn't take for you. He accommodates you in things that you go through instead of pulling away from you. He pours into you instead of pushing you to the extent where you have nothing to give. And I just want to remind somebody that's like kingdom spouse, or you need that space. And you're just like, Lord, when is going to be my time to experience this genuine love that everybody else has? And I just want you to know it's worth the wait, because if he gives you something too soon, you may fumble it because you're not prepared. If he give you something too soon, the spouse may not be prepared. So just know that if God is making the process seem a little long, it's because the purpose is worth the wait. He hasn't forgotten about you. It's going to be worth the wait. Just be patient.